So the other day, I made a video on how I very simply catch break and retest to the upside, but I also want to show you guys what it looks like if the break and retest either stops you out very quickly, but also just in general, what it looks like to take a loss using the break and retest model. Now guys, we have been watching the price of gold since we created this trade plan, and as you can see here, I'll even post it since Sunday. We have been watching and looking at the price of gold, expecting for a nice climb on higher, except the move has been very nice. Obviously, a very simple cup and handle here, which a lot of people I understand don't like trading that kind of stuff. But we did capture a nice pre-breakout here based off the consolidation in this cup and handle in the 4-hour time frame with a strong buyer candle up to this general area. Very simply, easy to spot, a nice breakout, a pre-breakout, and we were actually able to capture entries, as you guys can see here. Not only that, but we also even caught the break and retest here, guys. So let's kind of break down some of these trades. I know it can kind of look a little overwhelming, but I want to show you guys something that had happened. We actually took a loss yesterday, except one loss and 2 wins. So of course I'm gonna end the day green. It's just the fact I want to show you guys what happens when you guys try to take a break or retest and it fails. So we all know what a breaker structure, or very simply a breakout, is, which is something like this: a breakout of the most previous highs for some new higher highs, and then this is what I like to trade, which is the retest. So essentially this is the pullback retest here. Now what do you do when you get something like this, especially on a higher time frame? You have to wait for a confirmation candle, or in general, wait for the candle to show you the actual confirmation, or aka price action, to show you where the price is potentially headed to next. Now, just based off reading candles, as well as using the model that I use, which is the breakout and the retest, this is very simple indication for a potential, guys. I say a potential for a bounce. Not always, because it doesn't always happen. And I'll show you guys here in a moment. But this 1 hour candle is a fat hammer candle, indicating that buyers stepped in. At one point, this was a major sell-off candle. At one point, this was major red, but then buyers took control and within that hour closed it very strongly here. Then price continued to rocket, and guys, again, another breakout of previous highs here. What do you do with this kind of information? Well, this is what I do. I can draw support around the general area, and you can very simply, you can see it's a range getting tight, and then you can even draw a resistance of this general area as well for a breakout above for new highs. And in this case, you guys can see buyers did step in. This is the breakout candle here, and guys, there is no pullbacks until this general area here. This is the pullback retest entries, which we didn't trade none of that, as you can see here, because honestly, trading any of that kind of stuff, I didn't want to just chase this. So what do? We waited for more price action to kick in. We even draw this line here, connected it with this low here, and called that a trend for the upside. And then just very simply following exactly what I'm just showing you guys, which is breakup structure, or aka breakouts, is this is the breakout, and then again another breakout. Except guys, we took the pullback retest entry here. Now I want to show you guys something and tell you guys something. We took one loss trying to take the retest here, one loss. Then we re-entered in for a gainer. I'm gonna show you guys why I entered, where I entered, and how I took the loss. Because very simply, again, this is the breakout. This is the retest pullback, very simply looking like something like this, long wick to downside, indicating that buyers are trying to step in, and they did. Except when I hopped in the first trade to try to capture the pullback retest, I got stopped out. So as you can see, this is the 5-minute version of what we were just looking at. So we're gonna zoom in because this can look a little crazy. So the way I trade it is I wait for the hourly to break out above for the confirmation, then I go on the lower time frame to identify entries. So let's talk about the first trade being a loss. If you watched my most previous video, you would understand and see that I enjoy capturing pullback retest to the general area of the breakout. I didn't enter around here, but what did I do? I watched the price break out back above, show that buyers are trying to step on in, and then I took the pullback or entry around here. You can see I tried to buy here at 44.874. So 44.874 is right here. I literally entered around this general area being the breakout, but guys, it smashed all the way through to my stop loss. But mind you, I already took one trade being up over 150 on the day, so this only ate half my gains. So I decided to take a third entry being after watching price action. You can see buyers are taking back control, buyers stepping on in, and then this candle here, I decided, you know what, I'm going to enter it in. So I did. And guys, this trade, over $100 gain, well over $100 gain to put me up at 170 on the day on this day. As you guys can see here, 171, 3 trades. And actually, you guys can see my orders here. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. So 151, then I took a $73 loss and then a $97 gain. And as you guys see here, my orders as well. So that was very simply how I entered that. Plus, if you go on a 30-minute time frame, guys, the reason why I entered in again is because look at the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame is literally showing you that yes, buyers are taking control. Yeah, boohoo, I got stopped out too hard on this one. But guys, look at the price action. It's indicating that buyers are stepping in. Then again, very simply, just watching price action. I know I'm kind of yapping a lot, but guys, trend line hold to the up, trend line upwards, gets broken here, pulls back to this general area. Look at the price action. It's literally telling you sellers are stepping in, long wicks to the upside, curving back around. And guys, I entered in and boom, smash. So that's how I'm up $400. So with all that being said, guys, I really want to show you guys how I trade the break and retest. Very simply my favorite. That's all I look for. That's all I wait for. And if I don't get none of that, I don't trade nothing. So that's all I look for, guys. Break and retest. And I hope this video helps at least some of you guys at least understand something. So catch you guys on the next one.